Hi friends, my name is Federal Tax Evasion, which probably isn't the best thing to say in the context of this video, but today I am in a new apartment. So last year I lived in a 2-bedroom in downtown Brooklyn, and the reason why I moved last year during COVID was because I was going crazy at home. My aunt and uncle were there, and a lot of us, my friend group, wanted to go back to New York. So the 4 of us got a 2-bedroom, so obviously I had a roommate, and then I had 2 roommates across the room, and it was great. I mean, like, it's a really nice apartment for what we got. It was 2 months free, so we were paying less than $1,000 each month. And maybe some people are thinking, Frederic, you go to NYU, like, why would you live in Brooklyn? It's because I go to Tandon School of Engineering. So it's one of the schools of NYU, and unfortunately, it's on the Brooklyn campus, and the only school there is Tandon. Yes, we're castaways, but now that it's my last year of school, I only have Manhattan classes and 1 Brooklyn class, so it's easier to live here. Plus, area's better, more things to do in general, so that explains why I moved. Also, the 2-bedroom apartment rose up to, like, I think $5,000 a month, so that's a no ma'am, we're not doing that. And a 1-bedroom was like almost $3,000 there. No ma'am, we're leaving. It's a luxury apartment. Like, there's an elevator, there's a concierge at the front, you know, there's a package room. Here's a walk-up. It's gentrified as hell there, so it explains the pricing. Before we get into the tours, I want to explain where I was looking. So Zillow.com, Street Easy. Caroline, my friend, who lives 10 minutes away from me right now, she was constantly sending me like, look at this apartment, and I'm like, it's in your building. Well, look at this apartment. That's across your street, Caroline. She was helpful though, and a lot of people look on those sites to get easy rentals. And we focused on the lower Manhattan region. So we had Chinatown, Nolita, Soho, East Village, West Village, Stuytown. You had Lower East Side. You can even go to FIDA if you want. Most of them might be jargon, but hopefully Frederic laid out a nice visual for you to see in the future, and I didn't just be lazy while editing, right, Frederic? Gotcha, pal. And we focus on Lower Manhattan because it is where the NYU campuses are. You know, it's mainly around Washington Square Park, and it's more social here. The more higher you get, the more business it gets and more residential. Uptown is very cheap. You can get like a 3-bedroom for the same price this is probably if you look really hard, but that's also like 100 streets up, and we're not looking for that life yet. My roommate and my roommate and I's, no. Me and my roommates, no. My roommate and mine, our budget, I can't grammar today, was $2,000 because we didn't want to pay too much of what we were already paying in our previous apartment, and it's not hard to find that in here. There's still offers for people going through COVID, which is just short for, we need more people in these apartments. You get 2 months free. And now it's time for the tour. So our first apartment is located in Soho, basically around Nolita. Listen, New York City uses these terms way too loosely. When you think a 2-bedroom, you probably think there's 1 bedroom, another one, maybe a living room, and, you know, maybe a bathroom or 2. No. Here, a 2-bedroom could easily be, there's a living room and another room. Doesn't matter what size, if it can fit a bed, it's considered a bedroom. But it features a brick wall in the bedroom, and it has storage on top. It had 2 closets. It was being renovated, so that's why you see a lot of paint, but the kitchen was pretty nice. It had a good amount of storage. It had a stove, you know, it had your refrigerator. Mostly you get that at almost every apartment, and the bathroom was right across from the kitchen. The bathroom did have a bathtub, and the windows, while they were facing something that like wasn't necessarily a bad looking, you know, there was a tree there, and the window in the kitchen, like, no one cares about that at all. That usually faces some other building right in front of your face. The bedroom ones were north facing, and if you don't know what that means, basically you get no light. And because it's also facing a wall, you're gonna get even less light. So that was instantly like, no. What I'm looking for in an apartment is south facing windows or east, west, just never north in the bedroom at least. A kitchen of some sort. I'm not really picky about that, but it just needs a stove. It has to look a little bit clean. I don't need a dishwasher. We're 2 people. We can wash our dishes by hand. I grew up never washing a dish in the dishwasher, so thank my parents for that. Storage is a big thing because I, as a person, require a lot, and you will see why next week. But most importantly, I just wanted a nice area too. I wanted something spacious that wasn't feeling like I would be packed, you know, like I needed a good closet at least. Actually, looking back, this is considered a 2-bedroom because there's the one that has the 2 windows, and then this one across from the kitchen that would have been our workspace. Now, you're wondering, Frederic, why didn't you take this? The pricing was already at $2,000. That plus Wi-Fi plus electricity would have made it over $1,000 for each of us monthly. And if you start apartment touring, you're gonna know, like, the moment you walk in, you should get a good vibe. I didn't really like it. It wasn't that cleaned. It was being renovated, but like I know for a fact that we still would have had to clean a lot. It wouldn't have felt new-ish. Being in an apartment considered luxury last year, downgrading is like hard because you have to think about like, oh, you know, we don't have the cleanest floors anymore. They're usually scuffed. You know, the walls will probably have some scuffing on them too. You might not have the best view. There's not going to be laundry in unit anymore, Frederic. You got to get used to this. And this was the first apartment, so it was like a big change for me because our last apartment was so much better. It just is so expensive now. But combined with the north-facing windows and the fact that the pricing would have been a little bit out of our budget, we said no to that. This complex also had a very similar one that was around the same price, just a few floors above. This was on the 5th floor, the other one was on the 6th. And, you know, still like, I said no because it was around the same price and also the same layout. That's great. Where are you going to, LaGuardia? But this is just a heads up for anyone looking for apartments. Typically, when you go to them, they'll tell you like, oh, we have a few more units within this building. So as you can see, this apartment was really nice in terms of the kitchen. The doors, the cabinets were so, oh, it was like a perfect color of wood. And the kitchen was nice, you know, it was pretty big. The bathroom had good space. It had no sink because they were installing a sink. And overall, like, it was a nice 2-bedroom apartment, but the view, it's against the wall too. And this one was also a little bit more expensive too, so we just said, no, it's okay, let's go to another one. So our next tour, this is with the same real estate person. We were heading to Midtown, around 32nd Street. Correction, I don't know what I was thinking at the time. This is 50th Street, so definitely not 32nd. And why, you ask? Because it gets pretty cheap up there. And also, we were kind of open to everything. Like, I wouldn't mind traveling. My roommate would have to be going to 60th Street for his school, and I'd be having to travel to Brooklyn and Manhattan, so like I really didn't care about the commute. Subways aren't that big of a problem to me. It's just the fact that I want a nice area. Before even going to the apartment, I already was like, do I like this area? Because it's not near any of my friends. We're kind of just near business places. We're not really near the social area. This is my last year of school, so like I do want to enjoy it in terms of hanging out with people. Like next year, I really don't care, but that did play a factor in it. Also, I should note that while I was touring with my roommate, he had to be going home. Yes, it's a he. He was going home around 3 weeks after. So these tours were between April and May, but the problem with that was my lease in Brooklyn ends in July 15th. So you can't really start a lease 2 months later and be like, hey, can I reserve this apartment and move in 2 months later? Virtually no one's gonna say yes because New York is known for banging out apartments like in a day. If you don't want it, someone else has already signed the application, so hurry up. So no waiting at all. You can move like 2 weeks in advance. The latest I've seen is like 1 month in advance, but either way, if I moved in now, I'd be paying double rent, which isn't ideal. Even though it says 2 months free, it's already reduced. So it's not like, oh, you're physically not paying the first 2 months. You'll be paying a net amount. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to pay $2,000 extra just for moving in early because my roommate would be moving out earlier. His ended May 30th. It would have been too complicated. So he just decided to go back home and come back later once I signed the lease. So yes, I was touring the majority of them after he went home. And we'll get to the point where I'm soloing this stuff. We toured on a rainy day, which I do not advise doing because you really won't get a good idea of how the lighting works. But even though it was rainy, this apartment, oh, if I could still move into it, I would do it in a heartbeat because it was beautiful. It had 2 whole separate rooms and a kitchen area to put your dining table in. The windows were south facing. It was on the 6th floor. It had a nice view. The lighting was great even during a rainy day. It had a closet space. It had so much kitchen space. The bathroom, it had a big bathtub. It was like an old-fashioned bathtub, but I just liked the idea of that. It was, this is what I'm saying. Midtown and up is so much better in terms of apartments, and you'll get them for a really good price. Guess how much it was? $1,600. Yup. We would have been paying $800 a month separately before electricity and Wi-Fi because they gave us 3 months free. And I would have taken this if it wasn't for the location and the fact that I'd be paying 2.5 months free because this was still during April. But I wanted it. It was so beautiful. And it had a big walk up. Like it wasn't tiny stairs. It had really wide ones that you could easily move stuff. It was padded. They had carpets outside, and I really wanted this one. It's okay though, next year. It also had a blue door. Did I mention that? A blue door. Ah, it's so cute. If I toured some of these now, I would have taken it. But just because it was in April, literally could not. I could not reserve that much in advance. So this next one, it's really nice, but I couldn't take it. So you're just gonna be enjoying a nice apartment. This was in East Village. It was really close to Caroline. I think it's like 2nd Avenue, 11th Street or 12th Street. This was newly renovated, really nice floors. The kitchen was like, you see this often around Lower Manhattan where the kitchen will be surrounding you. Like it's just the room and, you know, ovens here, fridges here, cabinets behind me. Front door is probably in that area too. Considered a 2-bedroom just because it had 2 separate rooms, but the entrance to the bigger bedroom, I think it's like a French door, correct me if I'm wrong, but either way, I like the style of that. Had south-facing windows. Everything was like perfect, you know. I honestly might have taken it because it was just great location, good space. But when I looked at the bathroom, take a moment to just look. Do you see something wrong? It had a sink, it had mirrors, it had a shower, but no toilet. So I asked her, well, where's the toilet? And she said, oh, it's across the hall. Across the hall. Is this a communal bathroom? No, you get a private room, like you get your own private key to it. It's just across the hall. So you mean to tell me if I were to relieve myself, especially at night when I'm about to go to sleep, I would have to get out of bed, get the key, walk outside, be sort of dressed so I don't run into someone, open that door, close it, go to the bathroom, and then go back through the hallway to get back into my room with the private key that I cannot lose and must keep on me? No. It was $2,000 and I had 2 months free, and I think the reason why it's 2 months free is because of that. Because I've never seen something like that, and I was like, what? Who decided that would be the way you laid it out? It's not like every room in that floor had a private bathroom. No, it was only this one. This specific one had a bathroom across the hall. Every other one had a bathroom within their room. You would have to give me 4 months rent to do that because at some point that's gonna piss me off. And it may seem like not a big deal to some people, but think about it really hard. How many times do you go to the bathroom a day, and do you wanna be inconvenienced by a key and having to walk across? Maybe I just want to go to the bathroom naked, okay? I would like to do that in peace without having to run into someone. And also it's one lock. Someone at some point has either duplicated that key so that they have access to it, or they can pick it with who knows what and manage to get in. So I don't trust the privateness of it, and also I don't trust how clean that bathroom is. So it's a no for me. It's a no. Sorry, there's like so much glitter in my eye right now. So that was the last apartment we toured in April. We decided that it wouldn't be beneficial to either of us to tour so early. It's good to like get a sense of what the apartments are like. Now I know what I want and what I don't want. I really don't want a private bathroom across the hall. So I'm not gonna say never tour. I would just say go to open houses. Just see what's around whenever you're thinking about moving. And it's better to tour in advance than too late. So until then, we stopped and he went home, and then I started touring in June. So I'm gonna show you the ones that I toured by myself. I'm not gonna get into the ones I saw online because while there are a ton that I listed and saved, there's no point in me like showing you the pictures because what's online, what you see isn't always the truth. Thank you. They edit those photos a lot to make it look brighter, and they specifically use wide angle lens to make it look bigger, so there's no point in me showing those. So first up, we have one on the Lower East Side, and this one is a studio. It was around $2,000 a month. No, anything free, so it was net that basically our budget above already. And I really liked it because it was newly renovated, had a pretty good view, was a walk up, it's okay, but had a laundry in unit. Mwah! Maybe this comes to a surprise to some people, but dishwashers, washers in general, laundry stuff is rare to come by here. You need to pay a lot more if you want to find those apartments. And is that going to LaGuardia too or JFK? You need to pay a lot more to find those. It's either that or you just go to the laundromat down the street or one at the basement of your apartment. And while it's something I would love to have considering I lived already a year with one and it was convenient, it's too small. It's a studio. The kitchen was beautiful though. Like, oh my God, look at that kitchen. Unfortunately for $2,000, I've seen things that have gone for 2 bedrooms. So I physically cannot take this. And also, I called them and I said, hey, I'm here, like, when's the tour? And they said, oh, the person's on break, they're on lunch, just go in yourself. And I was like, I need the key. They then proceed to give me the master lock password. So they had this big lock outside of the door, and typically you need a front door key to get in, or like a magnetic key. But since I had none, the tenant trusted me with the password to open up all the keys. So like this lock held a front door key and all the keys to the apartments. I could do so much. Do you know how much I could do with that? I could easily steal and block that. I didn't, because that's probably illegal. I'm not gonna do that. But I didn't like that feeling of being able to have the keys right there and having access to your room. Like, it felt iffy to me. And also the area was not near a subway station. Most of these are in East Village coming up because I personally like the area. So this one is around 2nd Avenue and 10th Street. It was the first floor, so no light. They're all facing walls. It's also $2,000 a month. It had the weirdest looking windows. It was locked almost. I don't think you can get rid of them. And it felt like I was somehow being caged in an apartment. I don't want to feel that way. Kitchen was pretty nice. It had a living room too. It was spacious, but for the price, yes for the area, no for those windows and the view, or the lack of, I should say. This complex also had another one like right across from me. They were all on the first floor, and basically the only thing different was the kitchen and the bathroom. Like one bathroom was a little bigger, one kitchen was a little bigger. Same price. The closet space was nice though. It was sort of like a double closet. I consider single closets around this much space. I really wanted to like this one, okay? There's so many good things about it. $1,800 a month. Big kitchen, big living area, storage shelves already built for us, good view, good lighting, had a fireplace area that got sealed up. Either way, it looked cool, except when I went to the bathroom, let me just show you. How do you explain that? There's a toilet and there's a tiny shower. I really like a bathtub, so like that was an immediate turn off, but even worse, there's no sink.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh, you want the bathroom sink? It's the kitchen one. There's one sink in the building. No, I don't want to, no, that's not sanitary. I'm a germaphobe. You're gonna find out when I'm cleaning this room. Like, I think I filmed an hour of me cleaning this apartment. I'm germophobic, just like some of y'all homophobic. And I can't do that. No, okay? And also that bathroom, honestly, like, not trying to be mean, but somehow felt like it belonged in a cell. It didn't feel right. I want to enjoy my experience with the bathroom. You all know, I love being in the bathroom because I take time with my skincare. I love taking bath. I just like self-care. There's no mirror. There's nothing. I didn't film the other one, but there was another unit within this building. This one, watch this, okay? It had a bathroom toilet on one side. The sink, the bathtub, and the shower were on the other side. You have your bathroom here within the bedroom, kitchen, front door, and then an L peeking out that is the other bathroom. I'm like, why? Why is there one room just for the toilet? Who thinks of this shit? What? Granted, a lot of these were made in like the 40s, so I get it. Like, it's older, but renovate it. Or just delete that room. I don't need some room just for a toilet jutting out. And also, it's like this much space. So after seeing all those stupid toilets, I now have realized I don't care so much about location. I care about a nice bathroom. So welcome to the final tour. This one is closer to Stuytown. I am really close to Caroline, so that's nice. It's a 10-minute walk from her. Not too far from a train station, it's a 5-minute walk, and it's not a bad commute. It's also evenly placed between our schools, has a park area, residential, nice places to eat. Everything sounded nice. When I looked on the website, it said 2 months free. It was already $1,900, so then that means the net total is less than $800 a month. When you add Wi-Fi and electricity, a little bit below $900, I'd say. Felt like a good deal. Right now, I'm trying to save money instead of enjoy New York City. Like, I will buy a better apartment in the future, you know? Still, it's about school and trying to conserve money. That's an important thing to do. I'm willing to sacrifice some stuff. So while this apartment on the website looked like it had nice lighting, it is facing a building pretty far away. It's like a street width in between the building. It's south facing, it's not bad. It's not the best lighting. Like, the living room has 2 windows that literally face other buildings, so I have felt much worse already. So I didn't really care about the windows anymore. I knew I could fix the lighting by adding my own lights. The kitchen, while small, was pretty cute. Like, between 2 people, not too hard. And yes, we fit everything. We got a kitchen cart, so it's our countertop now. Nice living room space. Everything felt good about this, and I had a good vibe because the tenant was really nice to me. is it actually a tenant? Is that the right word? The super lives in the building. He is incredibly nice to me. He told me everything you need fixed, just let me know. He already showed me things he was working on, and currently I'm gonna have him fix some other stuff that isn't important. Like, it's just little things. Can you paint that? Can you give me some screws for this area? He's so nice and caring. The building itself was safe to me. There was a camera outside, there was a camera inside. It wasn't a big walk up either, and the vibe was just right. I felt confident with this. I would be saving money. I'd be in a nice area. There's enough space for me to put my stuff. There's pretty good lighting. What's not to like about this? Also, the bedroom. It is pretty spacious, and it has a walk-in closet. When you think of walk-in closet, you might think of like Kim K's walk-in closet. Maybe there's shelves around it. No, this is just a closet that's a little bit shoved in. Like, it's a little bit inwards. But for New York City, for this price, that's the first walk-in closet I've seen. So I was like, wow, y'all did that. Bathroom felt nice too. So my hands were like, get me it. I did the application up front. I paid the night of, and I secured it. Great, put in the security deposit. It's now mine. 1 year lease. So this is my new apartment. Hope y'all like it. That is the end of my apartment tour. Let me know what else y'all want to see. We're gonna do a room tour eventually, obviously. I would like to decorate more. The walls are pretty blank for me right now. I haven't even put up string lights, so give me some time. Yes, the fish is there. Don't worry about Levi. Once again, next week, we're gonna be showing the move-in process and then probably the decoration and finalizing of the apartment after. Just in case the video ends up being over 30. I don't wanna give a whole documentary on just moving in. And that's all I have. So if you enjoyed, give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe for more videos every week. I try to post every Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Social medias are all right here. No, here. Here? Pretty sure it's here. Okay, I think I got it. And as always, I love you all, and everything's less than 3. Oh, and did I mention I moved in with my boyfriend?